Hey guys, might as well throw this out there since it's always a pretty good laugh every time I mention it, whether it be people at work or people at the gym or some of my semi-pro teammates. But who do you think the Jaguars should go ahead and draft come next year? Because right now, the way it's looking like, I didn't see the whole game between them and Seattle today, and I have to look at the score too. Well, I should I have? They're obviously not that deep on defense, which I thought they were going to be a little bit stronger than that. Just going by a couple of the preseason games, I wasn't expecting much for the quarterback position, but it shows you how correct I thought I was because I was completely off. So I don't know if it should be maybe Clowney or maybe one of the quarterbacks. Some people are already making it on Facebook, on my Facebook page, already throwing it out there between Manziel and Bridgewater, if either of them were to come out. Because you got to remember, Teddy Bridgewater is only a junior. He could decide to stay one more year. And Manziel, even though he's a redshirt sophomore, he can decide to stay too because he has 2 years of eligibility if he stays. I mean, decides to come back. So it's just obviously something to make up in conversation, just to throw that out there. But right now, Jacksonville needs every help they can get. Right now, they really haven't had just a quarterback that can manage the game since David Gerard, because he was a good managing the game. I mean, he wasn't like the guy that's gonna put you all the stats up like how Brady or both the Manning brothers or Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan or even Romo to all those elite quarterbacks. He wasn't gonna put up those type of numbers like that, but he was just good at managing the game. I mean, obviously these young quarterbacks right now, they're kind of really both doing both. They can give you your numbers and they can manage the game. Talk about RG3, Russell Wilson, and also Andrew Luck. And we'll find out a little bit about EJ Manuel and Smith as the years go on. But all those quarterbacks, last few quarterbacks are listed. We're just talking about young quarterbacks, which at times they can be good at managing the game, and then at times they're still going through some growing pains. Like obviously we saw today with the Colin Kaepernick. But I know he'll bounce back. So okay, rough couple games, but you, that's why you never know. We're still just in week 3, and I expect one of those teams that's either 1-2 and 0-3 to just really turn around. So we're gonna really find out here next few weeks. Probably we'll say about midway. Well, I can't even say midway in the season because we just don't know. There'll be some teams that stick up a storm. They can go 1-4, 3-4, whatever, and then all of a sudden they just hit a switch and just turn it up later in the year. So it is still tough to call it right now. Obviously, the impressive teams who I think are right now are one of the Dolphins. I don't think anybody expected them to go 3-0. The Chiefs, that doesn't really surprise me that much because I knew Andy Reid and Alex Smith were going to have something to prove. That does not surprise me at all. So I'm just again going back to what since the Jaguars are just looking like they all the help they can get. Just throwing it out there because I have no idea. Would it be quarterback they go after or maybe Clowney because obviously he'd be the number one pick if he were to come out. But right now, if he doesn't put up good enough numbers and if he doesn't start hustling a little bit more, his draft status is going to go down a little bit. He won't be like the overall number one. So that's on him. So I'm just throwing it out there too because right now it's just looking pitiful. But it's always over laughs and giggles when the people are talking about the Jaguars. So just again, we'll just find out. And there's still a lot of football left too. Who knows? They might win a game or win 2 games. But I wasn't really putting my money on them winning any games this year because they just again they're not that they weren't talented. It's just that it's not that deep. So we'll just have to sit back and find out. But again, we'll just have to wait to see. So I'll just talk to you guys later.